Today's energy feels a lot like the lull before momentum. I feel like there's a relaxed, almost cocoon-like energy today. Maybe even for some of you, like a womb-like space where you are just in this cozy mood to go within, to enjoy your day, listen to good music, reconnect with yourself, do what brings you pleasure, and actually treat this Sunday like a Sunday where you don't worry about mundane tasks a whole lot and you really just focus on relishing the day. Some of you could have gotten up earlier than usual today. Some of you could have maybe spent some meaningful time with your favorite person or a loved one, or maybe you're about to do that. Maybe it's just reconnecting within yourself and having your favorite beverage, your favorite snack, and just letting your body rest and treating your mind and your physical self today. I feel like this is the universe's way of allowing you to rest before something comes into your life full force. I keep seeing the Eight of Wands tarot card in my third eye. So let's tap in and see what this Eight of Wands energy is all about, because I really feel like something is coming in here very, very, very quickly after this lull period. Spirit, what is coming in? Knight of Dreams. This is the Knight of Swords energy. And if you guys know Rider-Waite-Smith traditional tarot, you know that Knight of Swords means something is going to be happening fast. But what this also is showing me is almost like your mind has been going 100 miles an hour a lot lately. And now Spirit is kind of sheltering you in this cocoon-like thing, or, you know, in this outer layer that all of these thoughts, all of these intrusions into your mental space are not able to make it in right now, because you need to be able to center and ground yourself in preparation for what is coming in. And I keep hearing the word a blessing, a blessing. Whatever is coming in for you is something that you have been manifesting. The Chariot. Yes, and if you notice, the card fell out a little bit sideways, which means you have been manifesting something that felt stuck. And maybe you felt like either it's just not gaining momentum at the rate that you wish it would, or you probably gave up on it at some point because you weren't seeing progress. And Spirit is showing here that that is about to change. Five of Songs. This is the Five of Cups suit. Maybe you had experienced some sort of disappointment because this energy had felt stuck for so long. And now you finally decided to release it and look for another door. And Spirit is saying that is exactly what you needed to do in order to open that door. Ace of Skins. This is the Ace of Wands energy. This is that fire, that inspiration of when you finally step back, your mind clears and you're able to see what you weren't able to see before. There's a path opening up for you in order to be able to achieve this long-standing goal of yours. You have really been put to the test here. Oh my gosh, look at the imagery where this man, he is splitting the knife in half. Do you see that? Something that came to destroy him got destroyed by itself. Something, or it got destroyed itself. He was able to conquer it. Whatever you thought that you couldn't conquer, that you couldn't hack before, suddenly you just know how. You realize that you had the tools and the strength within you all this time. You just couldn't find it. You couldn't see it. And now you do. Your hard work is about to pay off. And something that you thought was impossible is about to prove itself possible by manifesting into your 3D life here. Some of you could have had big money goals. Some of you could have had a specific relationship goal. Some of you could have been focused on a specific person. 5 of Skins. Yes, whatever it was that you were focused on was wrapping around you to where you could not see clearly and you didn't know how to maneuver. It felt like no matter what you did, things kind of backfired all the time, even with the best and the purest of intentions. So this has been a long haul for you. This is something that you felt like you had no choice but to give up on. But I feel like that temporary sense of giving up is exactly what opened the door for spirit to transform the situation. And speaking of, look at this moth here. Moths are symbols of death and rebirth, of, you know, like regeneration, restructuring of your life. And if you notice all of these eyes around here, it's like the universe, your spirit guides, your ancestors, they've all been watching. They've been watching you struggle, and they've been trying to help. Look at how all of these moths and butterflies are surrounding this seeming skeleton structure here. You were never alone, but whatever was happening, they couldn't break you free from it immediately because it would have been the same as breaking a butterfly out of its cocoon. It wouldn't survive. You wouldn't survive. You would not be equipped to handle this major incoming manifestation of yours. And I feel like here, 9 of Dreams at the bottom of the deck. This had probably caused you a lot of sleepless nights because there was such a huge sense of hopelessness. Look at how this person even has eyes on the back of their hands. It's like there's this sense of hypervigilance. You could never rest because this was weighing on you. And it's almost like you were haunted by this need to accomplish whatever it is that, you know, you were hoping to accomplish, whatever this goal of yours was. And Spirit was showing you that when all the doors seemed shut, what was happening is the right door was being created for you. If you look at the circumstances of this person in the card, they really don't have anywhere to go right now because they're surrounded by these beak-like or sharp teeth-like things that are going to hurt them, right? So they needed to create another way out because whatever they were seeing here, it just wasn't making it possible for them. And then we have the 3 of Skins. Somebody had to come into your energy to restructure your inner and outer world. You were in a phase where nothing could hold you anymore the way that it was. Everything had to restructure, reorganize, completely collapse. And that grief is exactly what brought you the rebirth. It showed you how much was not sustainable the way that things were in your life at that moment. There's a lot of cards turning over here. Hey, Spirit, which ones? None of them. Okay, one last card here. What is this about? The King of Dreams and the 2 of Songs. You had to step into a grounded version of yourself and make decisions that supported that. You were desiring something that was grounded and stable, but the decisions you had been making in the past stemmed from illusion. Remember that card right here with all the snakes wrapped around this person's head? You couldn't think, see clearly. When you spoke, people misunderstood you. They misconstrued what you were saying. They tried to lecture you, give you advice that you didn't need, that wasn't even relevant, that never resonated. Because they didn't understand you, they weren't meant to. You were meant to encounter those people so you could be who you needed. You could become who you needed to be so grounded within yourself that that external validation, those external voices, no longer held any power within your field. This person is completely being guided from within. Their eyes are completely covered here, as you can see. But they have hands that, like these hands right here, are almost in prayer mode. And these hands right here are active. They're working while this person is focused inward. This person does not have any external energies helping them. They are the living symbol of death and rebirth. Look at how much moth energy is on this person, all around this person. Their way of thinking, their inner world, yes, has already transformed, but also the way that the world sees them now. They are able to see now something that they were never able to see then. And it could be that the people that have really made your life harder while you were in the phase of struggling suddenly come around and say, oh my gosh, that's what you were going through, but it's too late now. It doesn't matter. And the truth is that if that does happen for you, you are now in a place where you don't need them to know. You don't need that validation. You don't need anybody to understand where you were or where you're going now at all. You have got yourself and you're stable enough, and that's why this new blessing is coming in at 8 of Wands speed. Whether that is a financial goal that you had, a professional goal that you had, a personal life goal that you had, whatever it is, when it's going to come for you, it's going to come so fast that you're going to feel like your whole life changed in the blink of an eye. And if this reading finds you, know that this energy is either dormant in your field right now or is actively playing out. If this energy is dormant in your field right now, knowing this is going to wake it up in a way. Sometimes we don't realize what's happening. We don't open our eyes to it until somebody articulates it for us. That's what being dormant in your field means. So if this video finds you, I already manifested when I was meditating that it's only to find the people that it is for. So trust and know that this message is for you. And in some way or some form, when it plays out, you will know, and you will think back to this reading and say, I found this reading when the energy was dormant, and now it's actually happening. I've even had clients that have booked personal readings with me come back and tell me things 3 to 5 years later. Wow, everything that you said is playing out. Never be deceived by the timing. Everything happens in divine timing. And when a reading finds you, that means that message is for you to take and keep. And then it will all come together for you in the right timing. If you would like for me to be able to channel more messages for you, please tap in with your energy. All of my videos, all of my content are energy exchanges. When I meditate and when I film, I lace my content with energy. And in order to be able to receive, you have to be willing to give a little bit. So be sure that you are subscribed and be sure that you hit like. Be sure to comment your affirmation down below. My dreams are coming true. Remember that your words are seeds, your words are spells. You are putting it out into the universe. They plant themselves and then they come to fruition. This is why manifestation and affirmations work. We do these things all the time. We just aren't necessarily aware that we're doing it when we are. So content like this wakes you up to your own power. Everything with me is an energy exchange. So to receive this energy, be sure you signal to Spirit that you are open to receiving by subscribing to this channel, by commenting your affirmation, and by liking this video. If you know somebody that this content can help, because that is my first and foremost goal, is to help the people who come upon my page, who enter my field. Please send it to them. Never be afraid of sharing blessings or seeing other people win. Because if you are on that timeline, that means your turn is coming. And I know that with certainty. So be sure to comment down below if you would like to book a personal reading with me or enroll in my nervous system regulation course called The Regulated Life, where we offer one-on-one coaching sessions for you as well with one of my coaches. And you have lifelong access to those materials. We also have materials that are tailored to people on the twin flame journey, people who have been through or are even actively going through grief, to learn how to regulate yourself through it. All of that information, all of my handles will be in the video description box. So be sure to read that below in order to be able to connect with me. And if you would like more content from me on other platforms, all of those handles will also be listed in the video description box below. So I am sending you all so much good energy, positive vibes, uplifting vibes, peace and bliss, because peace and health are your utmost wealth.